We watch things on television that we often take for granted. The way the camera switches in a football game to catch all the action, for example.
Well, and if you were among the millions who tuned into coverage of the Democratic National Convention last week, that story was told in a seamless way as well. And for that, you can thank a guy who lives and works right here in the Triad.
There has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, nobody, more qualified than Hillary Clinton to serve as President of the United States of America.
There are some jobs that, if you do them right, no one knows you're there.
Because democracy isn't a spectator sport.
And hidden in these trucks below the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Joe Michaels was doing just that at the Democratic National Convention.
You know, this is part of the network pool, so we're actually cutting cameras for all the major networks.
As the director for the video feed used by all the major networks, Michaels is essentially editing the cut of history as it happens.
You're looking for the right angle where they're looking, and then trying to mix in emotion in the hall, people that are really into it, or in some cases people who are booing or protesting, or groups of people who aren't paying attention. According to, you go with the flow of the story. I know this is going to sound funny, but you don't want to keep shooting the same happy people all the time if there are a lot of unhappy people in there. In this case, we went through the first couple of nights with a lot of Bernie people in there, and we showed them. I mean, it's part of the story.
What's not part of the story are Michael's politics. Like anyone, he has his point of view, but
you kind of just have to throw that out. I mean, for me, I've voted on both sides over my life.
Which is understandable, since over 35 years with NBC, he made his name as a director of sports programming and The Today Show. Michaels recently took all that knowledge and experience to High Point University, where he now teaches.
There, I was only going to try to be there for a year and just see what it was like, since I had never taught before. And I think you just fall in love with the students. You really do. You fall in love with them. They want to learn.
But he couldn't pass on the chance to spend part of his summer vacation highlighting the most powerful people in the country.
You want them to look as best as they can. And I really don't care what their politics are. I just want them to look good on TV, basically.
So no matter which network you watched the convention on, it was all the same video feed that Joe Michaels was directing, and his years in sports were a great training ground for work at the convention.